Okay, so Federico, you both, you ended up top 8, while you ended up top 16, right? With the same deck list Spright, right? Anything you want to say before you go to the list?
I think shoutouts at the end.
Yeah.
Shoutouts.
Okay.
Let's go straight into it.
Let's go.
So we play Spright. No surprise here. Pretty standard package. Just one carrot and one red.
Yeah.
We didn't feel like the second was necessary. Like sometimes maybe, but like most of the time it's just fine.
Right.
So no big surprises here. So of course the 3 starters. Yeah. So 3 divas. So we played the version with diva because we wanted to play the Archifabrics combo to add Ash, which came up to me like lots of times, honestly, especially post side, because nowadays there are a lot more board breakers. So hand traps are, you're just gonna, and nobody's playing Nibiru's. So that's why Ash was really good in Diva. And of course the frog package. We just running.
No dupe?
Yeah, no dupe. In testing, sometimes it was good, sometimes it was just useless to draw it, and
I also think you don't want to play really heavy inside Super Poly.
Right.
When you get Super Poly on Elf and Red or Carrot, you can still play, but when you get Super Poly on Dupe and Todd and in Battle Phase, you're gonna just lose.
Exactly.
So this was the ratio for the monsters. No Elite Train, nothing else, no Brave. So hand traps. So this is honestly a weird ratio. That's just it. So we played the best hand trap of the format in my opinion, because every deck nowadays plays TTT. So you just wanna hit them with impermanence, and it's just it. Ash for the Archifabrics combo, and we didn't really like Ash that much this format, especially because TTT is a card, and it just doesn't solve anything that much. It's not that impactful.
Right.
Not as much as Diddy Crows. Diddy Crows was such a good card in my opinion. The whole weekend, every time I had it, I was, happy, especially because Tier Elements is a deck. So we find out that Tier Elements is so damn popular, so Crows were insane to them. And Fairy Tail and every tier.
Exactly.
So yeah, that was the hand traps.
Right.
So for the spells, utility cards. This card is just insane. This card is the best card of the format. And I mean, if you're not playing 3 polys, the main deck, you should. 3 TTTs. We expected lots of mirror matches with lots of hand traps. So TTT was, a card to play with. We didn't feel like playing without it was, a safe option. We played 2 rulers. So we wanted to have some cards to go first, but even to go second, of course. But ruler is the best one going second, but it doesn't solve that much. Like by itself, it doesn't do anything, but at least it lets you play through the boards. But the best card, in my opinion, throughout all the weekend was 3 enemy controller.
3 main deck. Okay.
Yeah, 3 in the main deck. So going first is win condition against mirror match. You just take their normal summon, especially if you end with enemy and smashers. It's because you take their ones and then you smash it there to take another card off the field. And going second against tier elements is just insane, especially because in chaining to the trap card, you just take the big ones, you go into dark, summon back the Kaleidohar, and just off. Exactly. And one last card followed by insane as always. Yeah, nothing much to say. So this was the main deck. That's 41.
41.
And all the traps were impermanents.
Right.
So for the extra deck, so bunch of tokens. So XYZ, 2 gigantic, Downward, Centaurea, these one Zeus, and Toad.
Right.
Like everything pretty standard. We've seen lists cutting Downward, because actually the extra deck space is really, really tight. Like you think that only these plus the elves could be masked with Toad, but actually you need to play all the other cards too. And Downward came up is really, really good because it lets you do the Zeus effect twice.
Right.
That's the most important thing. That plays around Impermanence, Veiler, and just around Toad, just just chain to everything. And I played 3 elf because I expected lots of mirror matches, which honestly, I was like against 5 mirror matches throughout 17 rounds, so not that many honestly. But it came in clutch a bunch of times, and the only difference is between mine and his deck.
I played the Gusto, Nightmare Phoenix instead of this because I expect some other decks that can run Gozen or run something else, and sometimes you have to get rid of a sad spell trap, and I did it only one time, but he won me the match against Marinces. The field spell.
So this is the only difference, but like 2 elf is stable, 3, I mean, if you need it, it's fine. I mean, with Prosperity, if you want, you can just banish one. So the other link too is just Fireworks for the combo with Ash, and Dark for the generic link too. This is insane, especially against tier elements. Like, this deck is built basically against it, because tier elements is the most powerful deck against it right now. We wanted to play most consistent deck, which is in my opinion Spright. Just do the same thing every damn turn. It does not like need to mill to hope for the best. And Dark sure is the best one between the Charmer and the other ones, so yeah. And as the last link we played Goddess. So this was honestly I don't know, I just summoned it once. It didn't win me the game. One cool thing about the deck, in my opinion, is that we are not playing IP or Unicorn. So in testing, it didn't really come up at all. So just a bunch of times, but most of the times with Dark Ruler and stuff, you're just gonna waste your monsters instead of just swap and bouncing back to the hand for the next turn. So it's just to get rid of big monsters such as the Ignister one, if you would have taken summon. And it was okay, just summoning once, it won me the game, but it's like this or Almirage, we're not playing it because the chances of being helpful are so damn low. Sometimes I would have needed once, but I mean, it's fine this way. And last 2 targets, surely super poly targets. This one, of course, one of the best fusion target right now. And this one is crazy good against tier elements, especially because of water. And you can target it, him or Diva, so you can just start coming off, and then you can just change attribute and dodge Fairy Tail Snow and everything else. So that was the extract. Tokens. So as monsters, this one, and this one. So Pankra, it's Pankra. It's really good in the mirror matches, and it's fine. It's always a big beater. You just summon it, and that's okay. This card needs to be banned, like for sure. No reason. This card is still around like 10 years. That's like most of the mirror matches were like game 3, he goes first, he flips Sanctum, he wins. That's Lily. So that's why we decided to play the droplets. So this is basically the only card that can let you play through Sanctum. Because honestly, I didn't want to lose to Flip Sanctum. I just wanted to have something. This card was amazing throughout the weekend, not just against Sanctum, because it's not expected. You can do it in damage step, so a lot of cool interactions, and I really love it. Especially against Anti-Spell Fragrance too. It's a really good card. And for Sanctum, I really good, and for all the other decks. So yeah, 2 Storms. I mean, they were good. Yeah, going second. Yeah, exactly. Like popping empty spell and traps, floodgates especially. It's just always so good, especially in the mirror matches. Like when they have smashers or even enemy controller. Now it is really really popular. You just wanna. Sometimes it happens Dark Ruler plus Lightning Storm. Just it's a win condition. 3 anti-spell. So we wanted to have something going first that was most generic, because there are a lot of options such as a pointer, the barrier and everything, but I mean, For me, it was amazing. Every time I flipped it, the opponents could be instantly. But
I don't know. For me, it wasn't that good because every time I flipped it, the opponent didn't have a lot of spell. We decided to play because it's good against Dark Ruler. You play around Super Poly and you flip this and you win the game. So
Right, that's true.
you flip this against me and win the
yeah,
game.
sadly we went against each other in top
Ah,
16.
yeah.
So yeah,
Right.
just flipped it with combo, and you know, that's how it goes. And last card that I showed before, sadly, it's Resonator.
Alright, yeah, of course.
So, I mean, this was honestly a last-minute ad, because you know it's the first real event that people get to play Spright,
yeah.
and like on other platforms to play Yu-Gi-Oh, it's not that easy to know how much time actually you're gonna take to the duel and everything. So we just wanted something for going to time, and I honestly won like, I guess 3 matches with it. Just
yes.
you know, against TRMs you're always going to times. That's just it. I mean, it's not. It's just fault of the game, you know.
Right.
It's part of the game, and it was good. Like nothing much to say. It's
Okay.
yeah, that was the deck.
Any last words? Any shoutouts?
Shut out.
Yeah,
Of course.
yeah. Shoutouts, of course, to first of all CCG, Complexity Card Gaming. We didn't play since a lot since COVID and everything.
correct.
So
Yep.
really happy to be back with all the other teammates, and finally, first tournament we had 3 people in top
Yeah,
cut,
that's
1
nice.
in 64, 1 in top 16, and 1 in 8. So really big efforts, and surely.
I have to shout out my Italian friend that gave me basically all the cards. So
okay.
Ren, Zanna, Vince, all the 7X. So I have to
Yeah,
shout
so
out them.
last shout outs surely, of course, to him especially, because that's the person I
Right.
tested the most. Shout out to Marcello, Lorenzo, and everything who cheered us through the tournaments and stayed us within the hotel. And that's it.
Okay. Thanks for the
Thanks
list.
very much. Thank you.
Congrats.
Yeah, thanks.